Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Mindful Monad. We are still waiting for people to get into the room, so please enjoy the chat, sit back and relax, and we will get started very soon here. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Worldview Wednesday. We're gonna get started here really soon. We're just still waiting for people to get in because sometimes people get notifications way later than when we actually go live. So sit back, relax, and participate in the chat if you would like to, and we shall get started very soon here. Okay, let's do it. Let's hit the 3, 2, 1 and face. 3, 2, 1 and big face. And hello everybody. Good to see everybody. Nice to see all the demon faces in the chat room. Love it. Okay, I'm gonna put my hood up. Why? Because I'm cold. It's cold. It's cold everywhere. It's cold deep down to my core. My head is freezing. Alright, well, let's fix the floof. Or don't fix the floof. We're good. Anyways, it's been, let's see, 2 weeks since we did the last Worldview Wednesday. Tonight's a little bit of a light night. And as I've said before, like a lot during this month is going to be spotty, but then as soon as January comes back, we are back on, honeys, with a full-on hardcore schedule. Schedule going on. So, tonight we are going to discuss 3 people, Dave Chappelle and Elon Musk, which have come in a pair recently since Elon Musk has been featured on Dave Chappelle's live performance. Dave Chappelle brought Elon Musk onto the stage during a comedy performance, and it's very laughable to say the least, but not for reasons you would think. And I also want to touch base on J.K. Rowling, who has made a little pee-pee poo. I don't mean like she defecated on anything. Well, I mean she kind of does, but like she peeped like a little chick. Like, peep, peep, I'm still transphobic, so I'd like to discuss on what she recently has said. So, but before we get into that, I would like to say hello to everybody in the chat room as I make my hoodie behave. Peep, peep. She made a peep. She made a peep. Anyways, hello Mark, good to see you. It's been a minute. Good to see you here, and I hope you're doing well. And I saw Susan in here earlier. Thank you, Susan, for popping in. Susan pops in and out sometimes, and so I appreciate it when you do. And who else do we see here? We see Lisa, we see Renaissance Fairy, I see Katrina, I see Lucifer, I see Ontology Dragon, which is formerly known as Zero. That's hard to get used to. Like, I'm used to calling you Zero, but I like Ontology Dragon. That's very cool. Very cool, very cool. At least it still starts with like an O, so it's like a zero. So that's how I remember. I'm like, it starts with an O. So anyways, I hope you're all doing well. Looks like it's a small house tonight. That's okay, I love that. We wax and wane, baby. Plus, if you miss a live stream, there's always the replay. Like, I keep these up, and honestly, I should probably really buckle down and focus on cutting out the beginning where it's just like chat time and just the main screen with music. Like, I really should get in the habit of cutting that out, and I could possibly like go back and do that all now, but there's something about the editing mode or the editing option on YouTube that's really slow. So I'm not really motivated to go back and edit things because it takes so long for some reason. Like, you clip something and then it takes like half a day. And for some reason it's harder when it's cutting a chunk out of like a 3-hour live stream, or like even if it's 2.5 hours. Like, the longer it is, the harder it is to cut stuff out time wise. Oh no, don't feel bad. No, don't feel sorry. No, don't apologize. No, take that back. It's not inconvenience, Ontology Dragon. It's just like, I just know you as Zero. It's just been so long. Well, is it okay if we still call you Zero? Because I like that. I don't know. I mean, I can do Ontology Dragon. It's just a lot of syllables. Anyways. So I'm really interested to get into the topic today, or topics, just more terrible people. I just feel like that's sort of like the thing going on Worldview Wednesday. There's just not much positivity going on in the world, but there's definitely something I can bring up. And Fridays, for the most part, are positive in that we have fun. Ontology Dragon says, that's totally fine, you can still call me Zero. Just, that's totally fine. I'm not... I'm not Ontology Dragon. I added the extra sentence. Anyways. Elise, did I say hello to you? I'm just seeing you now. I think you've been here... Yeah, you've been in here. And Hope, good to see you. So anyway, shall we get into it? Shall we get into our topic? If you have not liked the live stream, please do so and share it with a friend if you would like. Okay, this is great. So we're gonna watch this little bit. Maybe if I can like punch this out a bit, let me see. Yeah, there we go. That helps. Oh, come on. So recently, okay, I'm sure you all know of Elon Musk. We've talked about him before plenty of times. And I'm pretty sure we've talked about Dave Chappelle, even if it was briefly. And Dave Chappelle recently came under controversy for that weird Netflix special that he did that was like not his best work. And I mean that, like, I really am like a Dave Chappelle fan. The Chappelle Show was one of the most hilarious things I've ever witnessed, but the whole Netflix special that he did didn't really hit the same. So he made some trans jokes and even like referenced like, oh, well, I have a trans friend, and we're not going to get into the details of that because like flash forward, he's still in controversy, and now he's like bringing Elon Musk onto his new show, or not show, new show, like he's bringing it onto the stage to be with him, and it didn't hit like I think he wanted it to. Because he's like introducing Elon Musk as like, hey, welcome the most richest man in America or something like that. And Elon Musk got so many boos. So many boos. Like, if this was the town square in ye old times, there would be tomatoes and rotten fruit everywhere. Everywhere. It would be a mess. We'd all have to make soup. I don't know. I want soup. But Dave Chappelle tried to save the situation. It didn't go according to plan. And then Elon Musk has some hilarious commentary to follow it. And it's just kind of a follow-up. Like, Elon Musk is... It's so weird. This year is weird. Like, it's come to the... Like, I mean, it's been weird enough the last couple of years. But this year, particularly, like, the end of this year, it's like people really are, like, pushing the envelope. You know what I mean? Like, they're really trying to send it home as much as they can. Like, they're trying to really push it over the edge and just say the things that are super belligerent. So this whole Elon Musk taking over Twitter, and even like Kanye West going on this weird like Nazi binge, and then I would have to like put J.K. Rowling up there as just like pushing the envelope with the transphobe stuff. And Dave Chappelle, I don't know if he's pushing it so much, but he's definitely just not really doing well with current material, I must say. Like, he just seems really out of touch with modern day reality. So let's look into this. Is so squeaky. This is funny. Alright, I'm gonna like bust y'all ears. So let's get into this. Here's a recording of what happened when Elon Musk came out onto the stage with Dave Chappelle and how the audience reacted. And then we're going to look at like my favorite tweet of Elon responding to the situation afterwards, and then just kind of like lead with an article and move over to J.K. Rowling. But before we get into that, let me just go back and say hello to people who are just coming in. Cassie, I just saw you. Cassie is my favorite. Hello. Cassie is my best friend. Good to see you. Glad you could stop by and say hello. I can't speak today. Alright, I want to find out what happens. Oh, and I need to turn it up here in the thing before, because I'm learning that every time I play videos in the viewing content, it usually starts out quiet and I have to go back and start over. So I am now remembering. Squeakers too. I know. It's just, I don't know what's with the squeakers, okay? I got my own set of squeakers. It's a problem. We got the squeakers going on. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Renaissance Fairy. That's so nice of you. Oop. I love that sticker. It's like the little squeaky robot arm. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate. Yeah, the electric boogaloo. Not the bad kind. Not the number 2 kind. Anyways. I can't hear that. I can't hear that myself. Hold on. I gotta make sure my levels are all... Okay, we're good.
Make some noise for the richest man in the world.
Okay, so Dave Chappelle starts off by, let's make some noise for the richest man in the world. Already off the bat, I'm like, why? Like, what? Like, why? Like, as it's so funny, like, as a Hyperion, if I was just at some random band or some random show and somebody came out, or just any other comedian, and they were just randomly like, hey, let's make some more noise for the richest man in the world, I would immediately boo. Immediately boo. Like I said, this should be like the town square and we throw rotten fruits. Totally. 100% rotten tomatoes coming your way.
Make some noise for the richest man in the world. Cheers and booze, I see.
Cheers and booze.
Elon.
Hey, Dave.
Controversy, buddy.
Weren't expecting this, were you?
Who
It
would?
sounds like some of them people you fired are in the audience.
Oh my god, Cassie's saying boo earns, okay? If any of your Simpsons fans, there's like that one episode where it's like they're not saying boo, they're saying boo earns, as in we love Mr. Burns. So Dave Chappelle is trying to save this by saying things like, oh, the people in the audience are actually the people you fired, or they got the cheap tickets, or it's like, not his best work.
Hey, wait a minute. Those of you booing. Tough on the head, like sounds like. But you notice one thing, all those people are booing, and I'm just pointing out the obvious. You have terrible seats. I understand. All coming from way up there, nigga, the last minute. Now I'm playing the niggas boo.
And I've read later that a lot of the hardcore Dave Chappelle fans were like, why the F did you do this? Like, we don't like that. It's such a sellout move. It's a big L, for sure.
Boo.
I
Listen.
love how Elon is just standing there like awkwardly with his fucking titties.
Whatever. Look, motherfucker. This nigga is not even trying to die on Earth. His whole business model is fuck Earth. I'm leaving anyway. Do all you want. Take me with you, nigga. I'm going to Mars. Whatever kind of pussy they got up there, that's what we'll be doing.
Oh, Elon doesn't want to be here anyways. He wants to go to he wants to get off Earth and go to Mars. So like, I don't know what you all have a problem with anyways. That's what Dave Chappelle is getting at. Again, not his best work. I'm sorry. Like, I hate to be one of those people. Well, I used to be a fan. Well, I used to be a fan, and not because I'm offended by this shit, but because it's like, it's not funny. Like, I'm not laughing. It's just kind of like, and I love Dave Chappelle's more controversial shit. Always, from the beginning, I love Dave Chappelle's show. The Chappelle Show. I don't know, it's like it's gone. Like, I just feel like he's so out of touch with the times.
Anti-gravity titty bars. Follow your dreams, bitch, and the money just float all over the room.
Thanks for having me on stage.
Are you kidding? I wouldn't miss this opportunity.
Yeah.
The first comedy club on Mars. That should be mine. A deal's a deal, Musk.
So, yeah.
You niggas can boo if you want. This nigga gave me a jetpack last Christmas. Fly right past your house, nigga. Boo these nuts and you'll find my jetpack. That's how we like to chill. We do ball and shit.
Come on, when was Dave Chappelle, like, booed that hard on stage?
Dave, what should I say?
Don't say nothing.
Okay.
It'll only spoil the moment. Do you hear that sound, Elon? That's the sound of pending civil unrest.
Pending civil unrest.
I can't wait to see which store you decimate next, motherfucker. You shut the fuck up with your boos. There's something better than you can do. Booing is not the best thing you can do. Try, nigga, to make it what you want it to be. I am your ally. I wish everybody in this auditorium peace and the joy of feeling free, and your pursuit of happiness make you happy. Amen. Thank you very much, San Francisco. No city on earth has ever been kinder like you. Good night.
Elon Musk has like done nothing, but where's the part where he says like, I'm rich, bitches? So this is a hilarious tweet by Elon Musk, who's like, it was 90% cheers and 10% booze, as if he could actually like account for that. Where's the part where he's like, I'm rich, bitches? Wait, where's a better version of that? But he said that weird, like, would you have a mouthful of marbles? Where is that? Come on. He looks and sounds like a tired soccer mom. Looks and sounds like a fucking tired soccer mom. Anyways, so here's humanity's greatest person. Here's the most richest man in America. Here's the top dog. Here's the top G. And he's rich. Like... Zero says, I want to make that my ringtone tone. Me too. I'm rich. I'm going to say that every paycheck. Like, I gotta hear it again. I'm rich, bitch. soundbite that. That's amazing. That's amazing. So, there's no reason for this kind of level of richness in the world. There's no reason for this type of idiot to have this much amount of money, and usually people who have this amount of money aren't really that smart. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate that. I like the little hungry hippos that sent with that sticker. I love these little stickers. They're so cute. Little hippos. They're so cute. Hippos are cute. Have you seen a baby hippo? Okay. Let's see. Palette cleanser. Let's see. Wait, no. Before the palette cleanser. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Elon Musk is practically booed off stage at the Dave Chappelle's San Francisco show. He wasn't practically booed off stage. He was booed off stage. Let's not twist reality here. Elon Musk probably still has some fans in Silicon Valley, but it seems they weren't in attendance at Dave Chappelle's show last night at the San Francisco Chase Center when Chappelle brought the controversial Twitter CEO out on stage. He was heartily booed by the crowd in a widely shared viral clip. Chappelle introduced Musk by saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the richest man in the world." Oh, I misquoted. I said richest man in America, and he is the richest man in the world. Musk responded to the loud jeering by quoting the famous Rick James Chappelle show sketch, yelling, "I'm rich, bitch! I'm rich, bitch!" Nothing the enthusiastically unenthusiastic reaction to his guests. Oh, noting. Sorry, I totally said that sentence wrong. Noting the enthusiastically unenthusiastic reaction to his guest. Chappelle posited that some of the people Musk had fired and laid off from Twitter were in attendance, a reference to the widespread unrest at the social media company since Musk took over in late October. Also, Chappelle may need to update his intro the next time he has Musk on. The Guardian reported on December 9th that the diminishing value of Tesla stock could actually put his richest person title in jeopardy. Oh, shame. Oh, I would be so ever upset if Elon Musk lost his title as richest person in the world. Also recently moved Bernard Arnold, founder of blah blah blah. Okay, blah blah blah. Lots of people are dropping from the Forbes list. You know what would be great? No Forbes list. How about them apples? How about them ideas? The reaction to Musk is not that surprising, considering it was a Silicon Valley crowd in a liberal city. Excuses. Musk has spent much of the past few days embracing... Okay, I gotta track back to that. Funny how people's excuses is liberals. We couldn't do this thing because of the liberals. We can't continue it because of the liberals. Liberals are the least of our problems, I'll tell you what. So if that's your excuse for why things suck, you have severely misinterpreted life right now. Let's see. Musk has spent much of the past few days embracing COVID-19 conspiracy theories and invoking anti-transgender and non-binary tropes. Oh, what a surprise. Sometimes in the same tweet. Oh, what a bigger surprise. The morning after his public razzing, he tweeted, "The woke mind versus the either defeated or nothing else matters," furthering aligning himself with contemporary right-wing ideology, as The Atlantic wrote. Musk's logic that wayward leftism has given a lifelong moderate liberal no choice but to support right-wing causes is a common trope among far-right activists. Musk also urged independent-minded voters to support Republicans in the 2022 midterm elections and has positioned himself as a victim of attacks by the Democrats. I love it when people are like, oh, the wokies are after us. Kill them. Oh wait, I lost my shit. Anyways, I can't tell you how many times like people are like, mindful monad is woke. Like, okay, sure. Clip that out of context, like you do everything else. Anyways, in a December 12th tweet responding to what happened at the Chase Center, Musk wrote, technically it was 90% jeers and 10% boos. I'm sorry, I've already read it 10 times. I don't know why it hit me in a more funny way this time. It's just the math is so dumb. Like, who cares? Like, why'd you even tweet this? Like, this is too much tweeting. This is too much tweeting for somebody who apparently is, like, constantly working. Anyways. But still, that's a lot of booze, which is a first for me in real life. It's not a first, honey. You just don't know how many people are actually booing in their own homes. Anyways, Chappelle urged the crowd not to boo Musk, saying, I wish everybody in this auditorium the joy of feeling free, and may your pursuit of happiness set you free. Oh, how love and lighter of Chappelle. Chappelle is now suddenly a love and lighter. Love everybody, no matter what. Chappelle's a love and lighter now, and a transphobe. Well, no. Maybe not a transphobe. Severely misinformed about trans people. I don't know if he's on the transphobe train yet. He's really fucking there. Almost there. Like, close to there. Like, just a little push on the track. In recent years, Chappelle has made a point supporting or associating himself with controversial A-listers like J.K. Rowling, Kanye West, DaBaby, and now Musk, though he has had several big-budget stand-up specials and okay, I take it back. Chappelle is not afraid of trans people. I think that's where I'm going. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, he's not afraid. That's why I mean, like, I don't think he's a transphobe. I don't think he's, like, afraid of trans people, but, like, definitely has that TERF mentality, like that TERF brain, trans exclusionary feminism sort of mentality. And it just comes off like super out of touch with modern day reality. But Chappelle has made a point to support J.K. Rowling, which we're going to tumble into here in just a moment before we sign off for the evening. Anyways. Chappelle has been roundly criticized by LGBTQ+ activists and had a show canceled in Minnesota this summer due to his conservative views on gender identity. I mean, if shows get canceled, fine, but I don't think that fixes the problem of transphobia and TERFism. According to CNN, Musk at one point tried to address the booing crowd, but was urged not to by Chappelle, who said, "Don't say nothing, it'll only spoil the moment. You hear that sound, Elon? It's a sound of pending civil unrest." Well, I guess. Anyways. So, let's go move on to J.K. Rowling. Speaking of civil unrest, but I need to pee first, so why don't we just sit back, relax, and enjoy the chat a bit. Hold on, let me throw the music back on. Say open with... Oh, let's lower that bit. I just need to pee. Okay. And we are back. We are back again. Hey, if you have not liked the live stream, please do so. And if you would like that beautiful shirt that was on the screen just now, you can get that at mindfulmonad.com. So anyways, we're going to move on to J.K. Rowling, and then we're going to wrap it up. Let's say what J.K. Rowling just had to share. Let's see what she just had to say. Always something. So J.K. Rowling accused of transphobia after mocking people who menstruate online. Wait, no, this is the old one. Yeah, this is the old one. Hold on. There's a new one. It's really basic information. Okay. Alright, so Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling has once again attracted attention for her controversial stance on transgender women, which she's already spoken out before. Okay, so Paul Cherry says, I think Dave Chappelle is more about freedom of speech. I also don't think he is transphobic. Dave Chappelle is a comedian. He takes jabs at people from every walk of life. Okay. Here's the problem with what Dave Chappelle is saying about trans people. First of all, he's really is taking advantage of a very vague relationship that he had with a transgender woman and tried to utilize that in his public comedy as like, oh, this was my friend. When if you do some deep digging, he wasn't actually that involved in this woman's life at all. And second of all, his jokes about trans people were not his best work because they just weren't that clever. It very much leaned into the ew, trans people are gross factor, and it just doesn't translate like he thinks it does this day and age. And that's what I mean, like, by Dave Chappelle really is out of touch. I mean, he was the prime of his time, but at this point, it's like, we don't need the partial TED Talks. Either be serious or make the jokes. And bringing Elon Musk on also doesn't translate very well either. You know, when you stand on stage and say, here's the richest person in the world, and everybody boos, it's like, does he really take the time to think about how that actually, like, affects things? Like, what people think of that? Like, how that actually, like, makes him look? I don't think so. Again, it just seems very out of touch. So I understand that you think Dave Chappelle is more about freedom of speech, but consider what freedom of speech means when what you say further pushes the stigma about certain groups of people and actually ends up hurting them in the long run instead of actually creating a very creative joke. So for example, one joke that I did laugh at is when Dave Chappelle in his special was like creating this scenario where it's like, oh, Dave, they're after you. And he's like, single they or many they? And that was actually really funny because it was in support of a non-binary person. But the rest of the jokes he made were funny because it was more of the long lines of like trans people ew, and then the whole bringing up like, oh well, I have a trans friend, like that just, it didn't look good. It was rather cringe, especially like I said before, when you dive deep into it, he didn't really have much influence in that person's life and didn't really check up on their death because they ended up unaliving themselves later on in life. And he mentioned how he was like heartbroken and stuff, and maybe be that as that may, the people in that actual trans woman's life said that Dave Chappelle didn't really have much to do with anything. So it comes across as cringe and just, yeah, again, very out of touch with things. And especially in his special was saying that he outright supports J.K. Rowling, who has written a very dangerous essay against trans people. Not just something that she's just simply concerned about, but outright lying and just writing a very bad, unrealistic essay. And Dave Chappelle coming out to say that, like, oh, I support J.K. Rowling, like, I'm totally Team TERF. And also, you know, Chappelle saying, trying to say that every person on this earth came through a woman, and that's not true in today's standards. That's just not true. We are developing as a human race to recognize that gender is not so binary. So yeah, again, I mean, I see, like, bringing that up, but Dave Chappelle is not for freedom of speech. He's not just taking a jab at trans people like he takes a jab at everyone else. He's taking a jab at something he doesn't understand and supporting something that's actually dangerous. So that's that. Yeah, Dave Chappelle has also been a little bit weird about Kanye and the anti-Semitism. Anyways, let's read through this and then wrap it up. So, Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling has once again attracted attention for her controversial stance on transgender women. This time, she likes to mock her critics, quote unquote. Rowling, while speaking to author Suzanne Moore in an interview on her blog, Letters from Suzanne, dismissed claims she has been canceled over her public comments about trans issues. Rowling says that she could take the hit given her high-profile status, well, isn't she a charm, and gave it as the reason why she has spoken up on these matters. Moore said to Rowling in the interview, "That's why it's important that women like us stand up, people who can afford to take a hit. And yeah, that comes at a cost. We both paid that cost, and we will both be told that we have been canceled, but you haven't stopped speaking." Rowling laughed and responded, "The only time I've ever made reference to being canceled, my book sales went up. Why am I even laughing? I can't believe I'm saying these words, but you have to mock them. I do not consider myself canceled." And the people that she's very specifically referring to is trans critics. People who are actually trans people and criticizing her very fucking views on trans people. Funny how she's like, "Oh, we just have to mock them." Very charming. Not an appropriate, rational way to deal with things. J.K. Rowling is absolutely unhinged. If you actually read her essay, if you read her weird-ass murder mystery books and stuff like that, like, she does not have any grasp on reality of what she's doing, at how she's not just harming trans women, but she's actually harming women that she's swearing to protect. Cis women. Like, she's ruining it entirely. She's ruining everything. One of Rowling's first major controversies came up in 2019 when she publicly supported Maya Forstater, a tax specialist in the United Kingdom, who had been fired for tweets that were seen as transphobic. The following year, Rowling has once again accused of transphobia when she criticized an op-ed piece over its use of the term "people who menstruate." Right. This kind of all began when J.K. Rowling poked fun of this article that was talking about, and they rephrased it as "people who menstruate," and J.K. Rowling was like, "People who menstruate? Oh, you mean women? But, women aren't the only people that menstruate." So yeah, people that menstruate. There are trans men who menstruate. There are intersex people who menstruate. There are non-binary people who menstruate. I am a non-binary trans masculine. I do not go by Miss, he, she, whatever, like, I'm menstruate though. So, but that's neither here or there or really anybody's business. Anyways, moving along. In the same year, she published a lengthy blog post on her reasons for speaking out on sex and gender issues. Rowling has also been an outspoken opponent of Scotland's gender recognition reform bill, which would simplify the process for people applying for legal gender recognition. Some of the changes suggested in the bill include streamlining the process for legal gender recognition by charging the current evidence requirements, which can be barriers for trans people, changing the current evidence requirements, which can be barriers for trans people, according to the Scottish government. Another recommended change would give more power to the Registrar General for Scotland to assess applications rather than the UK tribunal known as the Gender Recognition Panel. There's a whole panel? I guess I'm French right now. Anyways. Rowling recently tweeted the internet cancelled her when she showed support for singer, Jesus. Reed Jan tweeted the internet canceled her when she showed support for, singer Macy Gray, who made several controversial comments on the definition of woman in July. Rowling tweeted, "Endless death and rape threats of loss of livelihood, employers targeted physical harassment, family address posted online with picture of bomb-making manual aren't mean comments." She continued, "If you don't yet understand what happens to women who stand up on this issue, back off." Oh no, I understand what happens to women who try to hinder the multitude of other women for their own personal views. So anyways, J.K. Rowling has like a series of books which is like a murder mystery, and one of them was like a man that would dress like a woman to enter women's bathrooms, as if that's what it takes for men to enter women's bathrooms to murder them. They're gonna do it anyways. It's not like a man gets to a women's bathroom and is like, "Oh, I don't look like a woman," or "I'm not trying to look like a woman," or this, that, and the other. So this is a magical force field. I'm just gonna turn around. No, they're gonna do it anyways. They're gonna do it anyways. This is just absolutely insane, and I'm so tired of this boogeyman effect by TERFs that are like, there's this thing that's gonna enter the bathroom and take advantage of us. It's like, no. If a man wants to do that, they're gonna do it anyways. They're not gonna go through years of like hormonal treatments and freaking surgeries and this, that, and the other just to get to you. Like, they're gonna get to you just because. How much more of this is this? Oh no, we're at the end. "I had written a book before certain things happened to me online," she continued. "I said to my husband, I think everyone is going to see this as a response to what happened to me, but it genuinely wasn't. The first draft of the book wasn't finished at the point certain things happened. In the the ink Black Heart was officially released on Tuesday, August 30th, blah, 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 blah." So, within J.K. Rowling's recent book, there's this author, this female author or something, or this female that was speaking up against trans women or transes or whatever, like, however TERFs see trans people. And J.K. Rowling promises that that wasn't the case. Right. Look. Today I feel like it's just a matter of just taking a look at what these people, these high-profile people are doing in society recently. Well, Paul Cherry, this is why I get onto my live stream and I respond to and review these things and I criticize them. Anyways, so yeah, J.K. Rowling's essay, and here, a really good person to look at that does a professional journalistic critique of these matters is Jessie Gender. Jessie Gender, who is a trans woman and an experienced journalist and YouTuber. And if you want to know why things Dave Chappelle say and J.K. Rowling say and people like Matt Walsh, why they say things that really harm people, that really harm the transgender community, you can go to her YouTube channel and look up the things that pertain to that. One of my big favorites is the Truth, The Underlying Truth by Matt Walsh. It's 4 hours long, but it all pretty much proves as to why Matt Walsh is just literally like a white nationalist, like totally a Nazi and just like afraid of the Great Replacement. Let's see. There's a first part to Matt Walsh. And going down, complete overviews of J.K. Rowling and what she's saying against trans people and why it's wrong. Talking about quote unquote cancel culture. J.K. Rowling, ah yes, so many times. There's actually several videos of J.K. Rowling. Let's see, Finding Nuance in the Transphobic Divide with Dave Chappelle, that's a good one to watch. The Complex Transphobia of Dave Chappelle, that's another good video to watch. Are the TERFs winning? Full breakdown of gender critical feminists. Jessie Gender has oodles and oodles and oodles of professional breakdowns on the ideologies of transphobia. This one, are transgender athletes the end of sports? That's a really fucking good one. Damaged is a good one. This breaks down the irreversible damage of transgender puberty blockers. Completely blows the doors down on the myths of that. So yes, I highly recommend watching Jessie Gender for these sorts of issues. Somebody who is actually a transgender woman so yeah, reach that. Paula Cherry, check out Jessie Gender's breakdown on cancel culture. I think you'll find that interesting, and it may answer your questions about that. For the most part, cancel culture is a myth. People don't actually get canceled. They really don't. I mean, they can drop corporate support from certain companies, but people don't actually get canceled. They cancel themselves. So if you would like to dive deeper into just the very concept of cancel culture, not just of what it means to certain individuals, especially in the right-wing interpretation, right-wing people, conservative people, tend to interpret cancel culture as this mystifying force that just like ends people and shushes them, when that's not even the case. Like, cancel culture is highly questionable in itself, and perhaps we can actually talk about that next Worldview Wednesday. Talk about the weird right-wing conservative view of wokey canceling stuff. It's like, oh, we're just mad that you said this, when in all actuality a lot of reason is being ignored because of people who just label it as wokeness and cancellation. They're sort of avoiding the real message behind things, and perhaps because they don't want to work past a bias or something. But anyways, I'm going to get off. I want to watch Willow. I'm going to have toast with mozzarella and tomato and basil and some chicken. Yay! Let's turn on the music and say goodbye to people. Alright, good night. Good night. I want to give a big thanks to Cassie and Susan, and thank you, Mark, for coming and moderating and keeping our safe place. Thank you, Lisa, for coming. Roxy, Renaissance Fairy. Zero, always good to see you. Good night, good night, good night, Imaginista. And I will update the rolling credits at the end soon. It's been a while. We'll get that updated pretty soon. All right. Take it easy, everybody. We'll see you Friday. Friday we will have Friday night chat, which I'm excited for. And for sure this time. I don't mean like we're gonna have it and then I'm gonna like say I'm canceling, like we're actually gonna have it. So anyways, ta-ta, TT. Goodbye, everybody. I want to watch Willow now. I really want to see Willow. Good night, everybody.